All right, let's dive into a problem that I'm pretty sure every single developer listening knows all too well. It's that constant, kind of frustrating battle, right? The one between what's in your head, what you jot down in your notes, and what actually ends up in your code. Well, today we're going to look at a really cool solution that might just change the way you work for good.
Okay, so what if you didn't have to switch context at all? What if you could just talk to your notes right from your workspace without ever leaving your editor? Well, that's the foundation we're going to build on today.
So let's introduce the first piece of the puzzle. Think of it as a secure bridge, or maybe a translator. It connects your AI assistant directly to your Google Keep, letting you get to all your notes with a simple conversation right inside your IDE.
And when I say conversation, I really mean it. The absolute beauty of this thing is how intuitive it is. You don't have to learn some weird, complex command syntax. You just talk to it like you talk to a person. Hey, find my work notes, or add this to my to-do list. It's really that simple.
And it's not just simple, it's seriously powerful. You can search, create, update, organize. Basically, you can manage everything. But, and this is super important, it's also designed to be safe. Your credentials, they're encrypted and stored securely in your system's keychain. Plus, and I love this part, it shows you a preview of every single change before it saves. Nothing, and I mean nothing, happens without you giving it the final okay.
Okay, so just that is already a massive improvement, right? But it's still reactive. You still have to tell it what to do. So that leads to the really big question, the game-changing question. What if this could all happen automatically? What if your notes could literally write themselves just based on the work you're already doing?
And this is where we take the big leap. We're moving beyond just a helpful assistant you talk to, and we're stepping into the world of a truly autonomous workflow partner. Honestly, this is where things get really, really exciting.
The difference here is just fundamental. We're going from a reactive model, where you have to tell it what to do, to a proactive one, where your actions in the IDE automatically trigger intelligent note-taking in the background. Think about it. It's the difference between an assistant you have to constantly manage versus a partner that just anticipates what you need before you even ask.
So how do we get this superpower? Well, the answer is something called Kiro agent hooks. The best way to think of these is like the nervous system for your IDE. They're basically just triggers that are always listening for specific events, like saving a file, a test failing, or even you just clicking a custom button. And when they hear that event, they fire off a predefined action.
All right, enough theory? Theory's great, but let's see this stuff in action. What actually happens when you combine that Wlater-mcp connection to your notes with the automatic triggers from Kiro hooks? Let's check it out.
Let's talk about killing that end-of-day scramble. When you're trying to remember, what did I even do today? This is all about creating a perfect, totally effortless work diary. So the trigger for this one, it's as simple as hitting save on a file. That's it. When you do, a hook jumps in, it looks at your changes using git diff, and then it automatically generates a little summary of what you just did, kind of like a mini commit message. It then sticks that summary with a timestamp onto a daily log note in your Google Keep. So by the time you clock out, you have this perfect chronological record of your entire day's work, and you did absolutely nothing to create it.
Now, automation isn't just for stuff that happens in the background. It can also supercharge the things you do on purpose, like getting your code ready for a review. This next workflow is all about helping you ship higher quality code more consistently. So check this out. You've got a manual button right in your IDE. Before you're ready to commit your changes, you just click it. A hook springs into action, analyzes all your pending changes, and then it generates a personalized, totally context-aware checklist for you in Google Keep. It's smart enough to remind you, hey, you should probably add a doc string to that new function, or did you verify the test coverage for that change on line 42? It's basically like having a tiny automated peer reviewer looking over your shoulder, helping you catch things before anyone else does. So, when you start putting all these pieces together, you realize it's way more than just a collection of cool tricks. This is a fundamental shift in the whole developer experience. We're moving away from manual, repetitive drudgery and into a world of truly intelligent automation. And here's the real takeaway, the big picture. All of this lets you spend way less time on the boring administrative stuff and way more time on what you actually love to do, solving tough problems and building amazing software. Your knowledge gets captured automatically, collaboration gets easier, and most importantly, you stay in that state of flow. You stop being just a coder who has to do admin, and you become the architect of your own incredibly efficient workflow.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. Once you free yourself from all those tiny, repetitive tasks that just drain your mental energy day after day, it just opens up so many new possibilities. It leaves you with one simple but really powerful question to think about. If your workflow could automate itself, what would you build next?